everyone, welcome to my first beauty tutorial. I am so excited. So I am Lily B, so Beauty by LB, and my name is Lily. For those of you that don't know me, welcome to my channel. This is, like I said, my very first beauty tutorial. Oh my god, this is so surreal. I've been wanting to do this for I don't know how long, and we're finally here. So if you want to see what my everyday makeup looks like, then keep on watching. Did I just wink? I just winked. Keep on watching. Okay, so here we go. So the first thing that I am going to do is I am going to prime, and I'm going to be using this primer right here by Maybelline, and it is the green primer to cover up some of my redness. I do have a lot of red. Oh, and I will be looking down. I have my mirror right here. So I have a lot of redness, and this also helps with the pores. So I have redness on my cheeks and pores, larger pores on my nose. And I'm just gonna concentrate on my T-zone. So what I do first when I'm doing my makeup, I always do my foundation, my concealer. I do all of that good stuff first, and then I move on to eyeshadow. I know a lot of people steer away from that, but that's just what works for me. If I know I'm gonna have like a super dramatic look with blacks and deep colors, then that's when I will go in with my eyeshadow first and then my base. So I am going to be using the Infallible Pro Matte in the color Natural Beige 105. I got this maybe about, is it focusing? I got this maybe about, whoa. Okay, there we go. I got this about a week or two ago, and I am loving it. Keeps me matte, and I am going to be using my finger to apply it all over my face. It keeps me matte for a really long time, so I really appreciate that. The one thing that I did notice is that it does dry up fairly quickly, so as soon as you put it on, you do want to start blending and distributing it, you know, all over your face. I'm going to be using my Real Techniques sponge, and I'm going to give it a whirl. So I've been watching YouTube for, I don't know, I mean, as long as YouTube has been out, and you know, I just love watching people do their makeup and reviewing products. Nowadays, I don't even buy a product without looking at reviews online on YouTube. My favorite YouTuber is Jaclyn Hill. She is, I feel like, one of the most real, down-to-earth, honest person. I just love her personality. Like looking at her, you wouldn't think that she's like super outgoing. You would think that she's more like on the shy side, but she has this like edgy, outgoing side, which I love. So she is definitely one of my favorites. I like watching Laura Lee, you know, Laura Lee, Manny and the Crew, Jeffree Star, La Chula. If you do not know who La Chula is, you need to look her up. I believe her name is Styled by Ale. Alejandra's her name. But she goes by La Chula y El Bombón. They are cute. They are couple goals. Like, honestly, if you do not know who they are, she does beauty, travel, and I admire her so much. She has a Spanish and an English channel. When she started off, I like ran into her on accident on YouTube, and when she started off, her and her Bonbon's Spanish was like shot. Like, they were not good at speaking Spanish. They are Mexican, but their Spanish was just not good, and now can't tell her nothing. Okay, now I'm gonna go in with the Instant Age Rewind by Maybelline for my concealer. As you can tell, I'm using quite a few drugstore products, and that's because I recently got a hold of these. Like I went and I purchased them, and some are oldies that I had already used that I wanted to reuse, and some are new that I just wanted to try. And so far, so good. Like I mentioned, the Infallible Matte is my go-to foundation right now. So going in with my Beauty Blender again. And a fun fact, I just started using the Beauty Blender probably about a good 5 months ago. I loved going in with foundation and all my cream. I would use brushes, but Beauty Blender, or not the Beauty Blender, I know we all call it Beauty Blenders, but the sponge, let me just say that, I actually like it. Okay, so after I'm done blending it in, I always like to put whatever is left on my eyelid. Even though I am gonna go in with a primer later for my eyeshadow, but if you don't have primers, then just using good old foundation or concealer is fine. So now that I did that, I'm gonna set my, everywhere I put the concealer, I'm gonna set it with the Master Fit Face Studio by Maybelline. And this is just a setting powder. And this is actually gonna be the first time I use it. Brand new. Okay, so I'm gonna put a little bit on my lid, and it looks like this. And I'm just gonna get some and put it under my eyes. So wherever I put concealer, I'm gonna put this powder. One on my chin, and I'm gonna dust some of it on my eyelid as well. Okay. So now I'm gonna go and set the rest of my face with the Infallible Pro Matte, and this is in the color Natural Beige as well, 200. And this is what it looks like. Okay, so I'm gonna go in with my Real Techniques fluffy brush, one of my favorite brushes. Real Techniques has really good brushes. They're really fluffy, really dense, really like it. So now I'm gonna go in and I'm going to wipe away the powder that I just put in to set. We don't want to bake, we just want to make sure it sets. And I forgot to let you guys know, but I have combination skin, so sometimes I'm oily. I'm really oily on my forehead, my T-zone. I want to say I'm really oily. Sometimes I'm dry. It really depends. But for the most part, I do get really oily on my T-zone. So I do like to go in with matte products. I do want to try the regular dewy Infallible products. I've heard they're really good too. So I won't know if they work on my skin until I try it. So that's something that I definitely do want to try. Okay, now I'm going to go in and I'm going to bronze up my face, because as you can tell, I'm looking a little washed out. So I'm gonna go in with the Cheek Parade by Benefit, and I am going to be using the Hoola bronzer in here. The Hoola, we have Hoola and Hoola Light, but I prefer Hoola, and I'm gonna go in with a Morphe brush, and I am going to take some, and I am gonna go, so if you see, this is where my cheekbone line is. I'm gonna go above that. And that's just gonna help me give me the appearance that my cheekbones are a little, are higher than they are, and they're gonna slim my face. So here we go. And I'm gonna bring it up to the temple and to my forehead to give me some more color. And as I'm doing this video, I'm noticing that when I do my makeup, I have like all these facial expressions that I never really noticed before. So this is gonna be interesting while I'm editing the video. I'm gonna get to know myself a little more. Okay. So as you can tell, my face looks a little bit more warm now, and you can see more color. And a little trick that I like to do is after I'm done with the face, I pinch it and I just go on the sides of my nose a little bit, and then a little bit on the double chin. Next, I'm gonna go in with my Lorac Pro Contour palette, and as you can tell, the banana powder is all gone. And using the same brush, I'm gonna go in with the, first I'm gonna go in with a little bit of the light. I'm gonna mix the light and the medium. The light and the deep, I'm sorry. Okay, and now I'm gonna go directly where my cheekbone, where the line where I showed you guys, that's where I'm going to apply it. And I am gonna bring it a little bit up. And you do wanna go on, do it in an angle, because if you're going straight, you're not gonna get the appearance of higher cheekbones and slimmer face. You wanna go in an angle to get that contoured and slimmer face. So you definitely wanna go in an angle. And then I'm gonna do, with whatever's left on my brush, I'm just gonna run it against my forehead and a little bit on the side. And we're done with our contour. Okay, so next we're gonna move on to eyes. So I am gonna be priming my eyes with the Painterly Paint Pot by MAC. This is my favorite, my go-to. I've tried the Urban Decay primer and I did not like it. So I'm gonna go in with this using Morphe brush. Okay, there we go. So I am in between eyebrow appointments. I am due for an eyebrow appointment. So this really helps to cover whatever I have, so that's a plus for it. And I just feel like this really helps my eyeshadow stick. My eyeshadow has something to stick onto and it lasts all day. Okay, so I'm gonna go in with the next one. And I just like to run my finger right where my eyebrow is, just to make sure it's blended. Okay, so after that, I am going to, I'm gonna go in with my favorite, this is my favorite palette that I use, and it is the Kathleen Lights by Morphe. And I love it because it has a lot of warm tones, which are my favorite shadows. And I use this literally on a regular basis. I keep it in my car sometimes. Yes, I am that person. I do my makeup in the car. So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get a flat brush and I am going to give it a spritz with the Wet n Wild setting powder. So I'm just gonna give it a couple spritz, and I'm gonna go in with this gold right here. And I'm gonna go in on my lid. So wherever you see me applying shadow right now, that is my natural lid. Down here. Okay? But I wanna take it higher than my natural lid to give me the illusion of a bigger eye. So I am going to take it that high. So now I'm gonna give it another spritz and get more product and go to the other eye. Like so. And the reason why I'm spraying it is because whenever you have shimmer and you wet the brush, it will apply a lot more smoothly, and the color payoff will be bomb. Okay, so next I'm gonna go in with this mauve rose color using a Morphe brush, fluffy brush. And I'm gonna start by going in where the shadow ends at the top. And I am gonna go in 3/4 of the way. So I'm gonna start by buffing that color in slowly. So you always want to start off with a little bit of product, blend it in, and then go in when you need more. Now I'm gonna get some more and put it on the outer corner of the eye. And I'm gonna continue blending in the crease. And I do want, I'm gonna continue blending in the crease, and then I do want it to come up just a bit. And I always like to have my eyeshadow angled out in an angle. So I will do that, and then occasionally I will sweep all the way in just to get some color in there. Then I'm gonna take a clean fluffy brush and I'm gonna make sure I'm blending out the edges. Make sure it's blended. And I'm gonna switch back and forth, going with a little more. And blend it out. Okay, now I'm gonna go into the next eye. Start with a little bit. Blend it. So my boyfriend and I went to go watch It on Friday, the movie It. And I am like such a big scaredy cat. Like I hate watching scary movies. Like I hate them, but I've gone with him plenty of times. And on Friday I decided, he had already asked me, hey, we should go to the movies to go watch it. And he had told me this like so long ago. And I had told him, no, I'm not gonna go with you. You better find someone to go with, because I'm just such a scaredy cat, and he knows it. But on Friday, I was just thinking like, wow, he is always spoiling me and taking me where I want to go and sending me gifts. So I'm just gonna surprise him. So I bought him tickets and we went to see it. He took me to dinner, and then after dinner we went to go see it. And guess what? It was not scary. Like it was suspenseful. There was times where I was like closing my eye, shutting one, watching through the other. But overall, it was not like scary. The special effects were like, I don't know. I felt like it was like a kid movie. If you've ever seen Hocus Pocus, the scene where the zombie comes out of the tomb and he's like walking around with that head, looking for his head. There was a point where one of the guys who was like supposed to be scary came out and looked just like that. Like it was not scary at all. I honestly thought it would be way more scary, but it was fun. And I proved to my boyfriend that I could do stuff for him, so it worked out. If you want to see the footage, it is going to be on my vlog. I do post vlogs as well, so I just posted that vlog. Okay, so now I'm going to go in with this color right here, this reddish color, and I'm going to go in the crease. So I am going to start in the outer corner. And I'm starting with a little bit of eyeshadow and slowly working it in. Okay, and then I'm gonna take it up to my crease, and I'm gonna actually go above my crease. So my natural crease would be right here, and I'm gonna go over it. Slow strokes just to make sure I'm headed the way I want and I expect. I think YouTube is such a great community, especially for like a lot of those people that have dreams and aspirations to learn and get better at anything really, because you know, obviously I'm doing makeup right now and you're here to watch either because you're my family, my friends, or you're just someone on YouTube that happened to stumble upon my video, but now you're here learning how, or taking taking tips on how to, you know, get better at something. And I feel like I know I've benefited from a lot of the videos on YouTube. Actually, I bought some lighting, and the lighting ended up being I wanted to use it for this video because I don't have professional lighting, and the lighting in my house is just not the best. So I needed some lighting. I went to Home Depot. My boyfriend and I went to Home Depot, and here we are looking at these lights. My best friend had some lights in her restroom that gave like a lot of natural light. So I asked her and her husband, hey, where did you guys get these lights? So here I am at Home Depot looking for them. Finally found them. They were inexpensive. I was excited. Got the light bulbs and everything. Came home, opened it just to figure out that this was a light for the restroom. So it had no connection. It had no plug. You literally had to wire it in the restroom on the wall. So my boyfriend and I looked at each other, and I said, you know what? It's okay. I'll return it. I'll continue doing my research. Stumbled upon a video that Patrick Star, a big YouTuber here on YouTube, made about how to wire it to make it into a plug-in light. Oh, I'm sorry. To make it into a plug-in light. Followed the steps. My brother was babysitting me. He was watching me do it, and he was like, I just don't want you to get electrocuted. I want you to die. That's literally what he said. So he watched me do it, plugged it in, and I was super excited that, you know, I got to do it on my own. And, you know, YouTube really provides that, whether you're looking to learn how to be better at makeup, learn how to play an instrument, do wiring on lighting. I mean, whatever it is, YouTube is that, you know, form now in our 21st century that you can do. You can just click, type what you want, and boom, it's right there. Okay, so now that I have it to the color palette that I want, I'm gonna take my fluffy brush and I'm gonna go over the edges just to make sure that I have that it's blended. And then I'm going to go in with, I'm gonna take my brush. This is from the Naked palette, and I'm gonna go in with this color right here, this vanilla color right here, and I'm going to put that under my brow, on the brow bone. I am a big fan of shimmer on my brow bone. I just feel like that's something I can't live without. And then I'm gonna go in with the fluffy brush again just to blend that out. I always have to have brow bone shimmer and inner corner shimmer. Those are two must. I honestly feel naked if I forget to do inner corner highlight. I feel naked. So I'm gonna go in with that same color. I'm gonna mix in the gold that we used and then that highlight color, and I'm gonna go in the inner duct area with that color. Look at that, that is so pretty. And I'm gonna bring it down a little bit. Oh, that is so pretty. Okay, so now I'm gonna go in with the Brow Precise Micro Pencil in dark brown, and it is by Maybelline. And the first thing that I'm gonna do is I am going to comb through my eyebrows. Like I said, my eyebrows are growing out. And I was blessed with good eyebrows. I literally just have to trim, when I go get them done, they just clean them up from the bottom, the top, and the middle. So this is my natural arch, you can say. It's just a little bit more bushy. So what I'm gonna do, and I wanna bring my, I am going to outline the bottom following my natural shape. Make sure you guys can see, like so. Then I'm going to go over my natural shape over the top. Like so. And now I am going to fill it in. I am going to fill it in, but if you're noticing, I'm leaving the front part a little, I'm not filling that part in. So after I filled it in, I'm going to use my spoolie and I am going to make sure my eyebrow is all filled in and there are no harsh lines. And after I'm done with that, whatever pigment my spoolie picked up, I am going to bring it to the front of my eyebrow. And that is going to help fill it in, as you can tell, but it's going to leave it looking natural and not super dark. Okay, so now let's do the other one. And then one thing you always have to keep in mind is your eyebrows are sisters. They're not twins, meaning if you can get them like perfectly matching the same, that is amazing for you. I sometimes can do it, but not all the time. So sometimes they're twins, sometimes they're sisters, depending on the outcome, I mean, right? Okay, so now that we're done with that, I'm going to move in to my favorite part, liquid eyeliner. So my favorite liquid eyeliner is the NYC New York, and they actually don't sell these at the store anymore. This eyeliner is bomb. It's liquid eyeliner and it has a paintbrush tip. I don't know if you can see that, but they don't sell it at the store anymore, but you can get it on Amazon for about $5.99. I think when it was at the store it was about $3.99. Like on a daily basis, I don't wear liquid eyeliner every day. I used to. Now I sort of wear it when I go out or if I have time in the morning. This look right here is mainly what I wear, and I just pop on a ton of mascara and liquid lipstick. But for today's video, I am going to do liquid eyeliner. So what I do first is I start at the corner of my eye and I draw a line out. And that is my base for my liquid eyeliner. Like that. Then I go about 3/4 of the way and I bring in the line, like so. Then I connect it and start filling in the wing. It does take time to get it down, like so. Then, taking a little bit more product, I am going to be looking down and I'm going to connect it from the inner corner and I'm going to make a line. After I do that, I'm going to bring this. I look up and I make sure to clean it up and connect it all the way so it looks seamless. I bring it in a little bit more. One trick I like to do is pull my eye out just to make sure the line is straight. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna do the other eye. Okay. They're not perfect. They don't look exactly the same, but they look closer to being sisters. Okay, so the next thing is I am going to smoke out my lash line. And for that, I am going to be getting another of the Morphe brushes, and I'm going to go in with my contour shade in deep contour, deep dark. And I am going to smoke out the bottom using this brown shade. Like so. And then I'm going to go in with our original shade, this one right here, and I'm going to add that as well. And while we're at it, I am going to add a little more highlight to the inner corner. Okay. Then my favorite part is here. We are going to add our highlight. Okay. So this highlight right here is my all-time favorite, and it is called the Champagne Pop, and it is by Becca and Jaclyn Hill. It was a collab that Jaclyn Hill had with Becca, and it's called Champagne Pop, and that is like my all-time favorite. And I am going to grab this fan brush by Morphe, and I am going to spray it to make sure that we have the most amazing color payoff. So when I highlight, I want to put it here on top of my cheekbone. And oh, do you see that color? And I like to bring it up here. That is amazing. Do you see that? I'm gonna bring it up. And as if that wasn't enough, we're gonna put a little on the nose, a little on the cupid's bow. And if that's not enough for you, I am going to add my current favorite drugstore highlighter. And it is amazing. I'm gonna go in with a little spritz again. And I am going to get a tad. And we're gonna go over the Champagne Pop, just to make sure we have a little more glow, because you can never have enough glow. Can you see that? I mean, hello. Okay, so now what I like to do after I apply my my highlight is I am going to apply blush, and we're gonna go with the same Jaclyn Hill palette, and I'm gonna be using this color right here, which is called Rose Spritz. So using a Morphe brush, I'm gonna go right under the highlight and over. Oh, that is to die for. That really helps out. That really helps the highlight pop. And I like to add a little bit just to make sure. Okay, just to make sure we didn't get rid of all of it. All right, so now we're to our last step. I am going to use my favorite brand of liquid lipstick, and that is ColourPop. I love ColourPop. I have, I don't know how many of them, and I think I'm in between these three. I think I want to use, which one should I use? I think I'm gonna go in with Times Squares. And Times Square is like my go-to, by the way. I use this all the time. I'm gonna bring you guys out a little bit. That way you guys can see. And if you're noticing, I do not wear lip liners. I get the point of them. The only time I wear a lip liner is like if I'm wearing a bright red, and sometimes not even. Like if I'm wearing a red that I know will bleed out, or a hot pink, or really bright, vibrant color that I know will bleed out, then I will definitely wear a lip liner. If not, I don't. And now we're gonna go in with mascara, and I am totally obsessed with it. It's called Lash Paradise. And it is by L'Oreal, and it looks like this. It's supposed to be the dupe for the Better Than Sex mascara by Too Faced, and I honestly love it. So I'm gonna start by curling my lashes very carefully, because you don't want to get you don't want to mess with the liquid eyeliner. And then I'm gonna go in and apply it. Looks like this. The wand is actually pretty nice. It is pretty nice. It's nice and fluffy, and it really is like the Better Than Sex wand. I like to go on the outside and the inside to make sure we have everything coated. My baby hairs are getting in the way. I also like watching the twins Karina and Mayra Garcia, and actually Karina has been doing amazing. She is like thriving right now. She's on tour. She's been on like Despierta America. She's been on Good Morning America. She's been everywhere, and you know, it's just nice to see a Latina go from nothing to being like a millionaire on YouTube. Is just amazing, and you know, it's definitely, it's inspirational. I don't know why I'm stuttering. Like as soon as I get on the camera, I'm like, can't talk. And Myra is actually getting married next weekend or the weekend after, and it's just so exciting. Like, you really invest your time with people on YouTube, and you really fall in love with them and their family and the things that they have going on, and it's just crazy that, you know, you end up knowing so much about them that you feel like you know them, and then because of that they become celebrities. Like they've, like, all these YouTubers coming up with merch, and they go to beauty cons, and it's just amazing. Okay, so our final step is to set our face, and I'm going to be using the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Finish by Wet n Wild, like I said. And this is going to be my first time using it. I literally just used it to sprint my brush, but here we go. Woo! And now I'm going to use my palette to fan it out. Okay guys, here it is. This is the final look. Hope you guys liked it. Thank you so much for watching my very first YouTube tutorial on my go-to makeup. This is literally the makeup that I do every day when I'm in a hurry, when I don't know what look to do. This is my go-to. Golds, warms, and Morphe colors are my jam. So please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I hope to see you here again. I will be having more videos coming up, and I also have vlogs coming up, so don't forget to see all the videos that I have. Also, don't forget to turn on the little bell, that way you get a notification when I post again. Thank you for watching this video. I know I stuttered, I know I stuttered a lot. I know I kind of freaked out at times, but this is me learning, and I hope you are ready and willing, and I hope you will be watching my journey here on YouTube. So once again, thank you, and I love you. Besos. Bye.